The polished granite of the federal courthouse felt a world away from the sun-baked asphalt of my own driveway. I just swung my Ford Raptor into its usual spot, the twin-turbo V6 settling into a contented tick, when a figure materialized in my periphery. He was wearing a costume, a dark blue polo shirt, straining at the buttons, with a stitched logo so new it still had a cardboard stiffness. HOA security was emblazoned on it. The khakis were a cheap, thin cotton, and he wore a utility belt that held little more than a radio and an attitude. "Sir," he said, his voice a practiced baritone of faux authority, "this vehicle is in violation of Covenant 12B. Non-standard, truck-class vehicles are prohibited from being parked in driveway view for more than 30 minutes. I killed the engine. The silence was profound. "This is my home," I said, my voice calm. The same tone I used to clarify a point of law with a flustered attorney. "The covenants are clear," he recited, pulling a folded pamphlet from his back pocket. It was still crisp, freshly printed. "We've had complaints about the aggressive nature of the truck." I looked at my Raptor. To me, it was a masterpiece of engineering, a symbol of earned freedom. To him, it was a blemish on the suburban landscape. The irony was so thick I could taste it. All day, I presided over cases of national import, weighing constitutional rights and federal statutes. And now, I was being lectured on lawn aesthetics by a man playing cop. "What's your name?" I asked, my tone shifting from neutral to the one that makes law clerks straighten their ties. "That's not important. What's important is that you move this vehicle immediately, or we will have it towed at the owner's expense." A slow smile touched my lips. It wasn't a friendly one. It was the smile I get when a prosecutor tries to introduce evidence they know is fruit from the poison tree. "Let me be very clear," I said, opening the Raptor's door and stepping out. "I'm not an intimidating man, but a lifetime of command carries a certain weight. You are on my private property. The HOA's authority, such as it is, does not supersede my property rights without explicit, legal cause. Furthermore," I continued, locking eyes with him, "impersonating a peace officer, even with a poorly stitched logo, is a misdemeanor in this state. Now, you will turn around, walk back to whatever golf cart you arrived in, and you will inform whoever sent you that if they have a legitimate grievance, they can file it through the proper channels. And they can address it to the Honorable, my full name, United States District Court for this district." The color drained from his face. The pamphlet in his hand trembled slightly. The word federal has a way of cutting through faux authority like a hot knife through butter. He didn't say another word. He just nodded, turned, and practically scurried down the street. I watched him go, the quiet hum of suburbia returning. Some people fight for respect in courtrooms. Sometimes you have to fight for it in your own driveway.